Right. Earlier in the year, we talked about the maturation process of certain individuals, and it seems like as this season went on, the maturation process of the senior class has really kind of just further kept going and going on down the road. And talk a little bit about what that impact from this senior class can do through the maturation process, the grown-up process, the work that they put in, and that sort of thing. Does for the future, you know, of the junior class, the sophomore class, and then even the freshman class that will come up next year. Talk a little bit about that foundation that they've kind of laid for these guys.
Well, you can look at all of our kids. You pick any one of them out. Eric Hill, you know, you can see his growth from week one to week one. You know, we had some really poor reads, some bad throws. You know, we were able to beat Prairie Grove, but you know, I think we were, you know, like 6 for 16 passing or something like that. And,
right.
You know, until this past week. And we played Morrilton, who has the best secondary in our league, and Eric throws for 454 yards. You know, just a tremendous night. And you know, he's grown throughout the course of this year. Seth Swain, same way. You know, growing as a defensive back. You know, he's become a guy that we're going to put on that single receiver, the guy everybody's featured, and you know, we trust him to cover him. Jacob Rogers, you know. All those guys, you can, Damari Donovan, you know, you can pick literally any one of our seniors, and you can see how they've grown and how they've matured and how they've got better through the course of the year. And the biggest thing is they have continued to work really, really hard. You know, when it gets into the end of the year and you know things are up against you, your chances of making the playoffs are not real good. A lot of times those guys will kind of shut it down, just trying to figure it out. These guys have not done that, and that's what's going to pay off for our juniors and our seniors. And we brought our freshmen up the last 2 weeks to practice with us, and they've been able to see that up close and personal. And you know, that's all that's going to do is pay off benefits down the road.
You know, one thing for me that as this season has transpired, you know, when I was in college, we had a coach that used to say, I mean, I went down the road in Arkansas, and we had a coach that used to say, guys, there's only one Razorback, and you get the privilege of wearing that on your helmet and on your sleeve and that sort of thing. So take pride in that. No matter what the record is, take pride in that. Let people know that despite the outcome of every game, you're still a Razorback. It still matters to you regardless. It's that pride factor. And yes, there's more than one Cardinal in the nation. However, one thing that really kind of stands out to me with these guys is the fact that they understand, they're seemingly understanding and accept the fact we are Cardinals. Regardless of what the final outcome is on that scoreboard, they fight to the finish, and they wear that Cardinal proud.
They do. And as I said, you know, in the very beginning, this school and this community should be really proud of this group. You know, we're closing down Allen Holland Field tonight, and they're going to go out making these guys proud of them, because they are going to play just like they played the first 9 ball games, as hard as they possibly can to the very last whistle. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for. You know, you know, you're going to have injuries in football. You're going to have, you know, things that happen. You know, you're going to have wins. You're going to have losses. And sometimes wins aren't real satisfying if you don't have all your guys playing like they're capable of playing. And that's one thing we've never had to say about this group. This year, they have played as hard as they could possibly play every snap that they're out there, and you know, that's all you can ask out of the high school kids, and we're really proud of them.
Right. One thing that I've noticed as the year, not just on the field but off the field as well, throughout the hallways, it's not uncommon to when you find one of your seniors walking the hallways, they're not by themselves. Yeah. They're with, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 other seniors, and then they've got some underclassmen along with them. So, like you mentioned, this community ought to be proud. This high school ought to be proud about these guys and the way that they're not only just kind of containing to themselves as a senior class, but they've got those younger guys up with them. And I think, you know, in the long run, hopefully it pays dividends.
It does. These guys are a close group, and a lot of things you don't see. They, you know, a bunch of our seniors come back. You know, they have, you know, college classes so they can get out of school a little bit early, and they come back and they help with our 7th graders. We have a large group that come in first thing in the morning. They're there at 7 o'clock to help coach our junior high kids. And that's an invaluable asset for us, for those junior high kids, to see those seniors, the guys they look up to out there getting up early and coming in there to work with them. And they love being around each other. They love being together. A couple of them approached me the other day, and they want to know if it'd be all right if they could spend the night in the field house Friday night after the game. And they just love being around each other, and they love being part of this football team.
That is awesome. A while ago you mentioned last night of Allen Holland Field. Let's talk about some of the history behind that and what it looks forward to as far as the transition from Allen Holland Field over to the new stadium that's being built. What's some of that history like for you?
Well, I've been here 15 years now, and we've had some really big games on Allen Holland Field. It's hard to point out one. One that jumps to mind last year, going for 2 and beating Maumelle on the last play of the game. Awesome. Things like that. With conference championships we won here. Playing Little Rock Christian on our field in the playoffs when they had DJ Williams and Joe Adams, and going to overtime with them. Some of the big wins against Prairie Grove. All those things are, beating Van Buren one year when we ruled those guys. That was, there's just a lot of great memories there, and it obviously goes way back before that, back to the 1970s when they won state championships in the smallest classification. Now we're in, going up to the second biggest classification. So there's been a lot of changes, and we're looking forward to the changes that are going to occur next year. It's going to be a great venue for us. It's going to be great for the fans. Everything's going to be first class about it. Coach Blue and Mr. Law have done a great job organizing this project, and it's going to be super, and we're really looking forward to being a part of that. I'm
sure with the closing of Allen Holland Field tonight that there's going to be a lot of alumni that previously have either walked on to know that history and that sort of thing. The transfer from that torch of Allen Holland Field over to the new stadium.
Those guys that you've talked about, those alumni that have played for Farmington, there's proud tradition there, and they are glad to still be a part of it. It's going to be special to them to see that field. It's kind of maybe fitting that we're going out into this last game here. It's probably going to be kind of a mutter. We've had a lot of rain this week, and that's kind of the tradition of Farmington football. Get down there and slug it out and get after it. And a lot of things play into this. We're playing the number 2 team in the state, and the only reason they're number 2, not number 1, is because PA is the 4-time defending state champion.
Right.
These guys they've got a great football team. It's going to take a huge effort out of our team, but we're looking forward to that challenge. This group is ready for it. But everybody that's played on this field is going to have, fond memories. They're going to have sad memories.
Right.
But it's all comes together as, pride in our community, pride in our school. I didn't graduate from here. I graduated from Fayetteville High School, but right now I consider myself a Farmington Cardinal.
Sure.
I've been here, and it's in my blood now, and we're excited about the new stadium. We're excited about the progress our program's making, and we're looking forward to what the future holds.
One thing about it, after tonight's ball game, you mentioned mutters a while ago, and it seems like this year I don't remember very many Friday nights that we haven't had a mutter.
Yeah.
In some situations, although I know Pea Ridge was kind of dry when we played Pea Ridge, but looking forward to looking at next year, we may not have a mutter.
Yeah.
Regardless if it rains or snows or if it downpours, we won't have a mutter.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be nice for the old coach who does laundry. Those nights, it makes for long nights after a muddy game when you're wearing white pants and white jerseys. But we're looking forward to that artificial turf and the stability it provides. The playing surface. Not so much even really games; it's practice. When we've had to practice in the rain all week in tough conditions, and it's hard to get a lot of things done sometimes when it's, yesterday in particular was a steady, hard rain. So we're looking forward to the improvement there, and we're looking forward to the things that'll, have that indoor to when the weather
Right.
gets really bad, we'll be able to do that. It's going to be a whole new world for us, but we're excited to get into that new world.
I could imagine. I know that when certain things were built on campus and we were able to get out of the inclement weather and into the Pat Walker facility and be able to punt the ball inside and not have to worry about this, that, or anything else. It definitely is a game changer for the week, and so that'd be nice. Coach, three things that keys to the game for tonight. Obviously, you got Harrison. You mentioned number 2 in the state and big time football game.
I can condense those 3 into one. Stop Gabe Husky. Husky is a tremendous player. He's a junior. Last year he rushed for over 240 yards against us. This year he's already rushed for 1,500 yards. He's their leading receiver as well. He's had over 500 yards in receptions. He scored like 28 touchdowns. He's what makes them go. They've got great players around him. They've got a big offensive line, big fullback. Their quarterback can really run and throws it really well. But it all comes down to Husky, number 23. He's a great player, and you got to get him stopped. One guy's not going to stop him. We've got to gang tackle him. We've got to be prepared, to get him on the ground. If you can force them to rely on their other weapons, then you've gone a long way towards beating Harrison. So far, nobody's been able to do that.
Right.
Yeah, we've tried to, game plan that, and we've had a good week of practice. We're going to try and get him stopped. Defensively, they are extremely fast, not big up front. They got a 290-pound nose guard, but the rest of their guys aren't that big, but they can really run. They're very aggressive up front. We hope to try and take advantage of some of that. So we'll, offensively, again, we've got to make some first downs. We've got to continue to throw the football. I think we'll have some opportunities there, but again, it all boils down to getting Husky stopped.
It'd be nice if you could just put 22 defensive players on them and only have their 11 on there, right?
Yeah.
Focus 11 on one guy, and then the other 11 take on the other 10 guys.
Sometimes it looks like you need that many, but unfortunately, they'll only let us have 11. So we're going to go out there and scheme it up and hopefully get the job done.
Well, Coach, I sure appreciate it. Good luck to you guys tonight, and appreciate your time all year. Sitting down and chatting with us and doing this with us, we greatly appreciate it.
You bet.
Guys, that'll do it for now. In just a few minutes, we'll be set to kick off against Harrison. I'll be joined alongside Coach Randy Osnes and Jeff Oxford. You've been listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans, to Allen Holland Field. Brian Dean bringing you the action tonight against the Harrison Goblins on Senior Night 2018. Big festivities planned for Senior Night, as well as welcoming back a lot of alumni in the area. Former coaches, former players, former band members. Of course, 2 of them that I'll be joined alongside shortly. Played right here as well. Lady Cardinal softball coach Randy Osnes and Jeff Oxford be joining me shortly as well. Right now, we've got about 33 minutes till kickoff and about 3 minutes till Senior Night festivities kick off. We'll take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, you'll be able to be entertained by the Senior Night festivities. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network. Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions. Please give us a call for all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. We're at 479-445-9799. Go Cardinals!
Every home has electrical problems. A faulty switch, outdated fixtures, or not enough outlets. Buzz has seen them all. What's your home's problem? Call Buzz Electrical through Wednesday and get $50 off your service call and receive a whole home safety inspection on us.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, golf, track, cross country, cheer, dance, or tennis. We settle for nothing short of excellence. With top-of-the-line facilities and new ones to come, Farmington is a place for all athletes.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced, board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Every home has electrical problems.
Senior Night 2018. I'm Brian Dean, be joined alongside shortly by head coach Randy Osnes and also Jeff Oxford. Right now we're going to turn our attention over to Mr. Williams for the Senior Night festivities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of Farmington